Hello guys, once again it's Matt, and today we have another video. Thank you all the members, all the Patreons. Make sure to subscribe and let's talk about the leak list again, guys. Of course, there's not a lot to talk about on the upcoming patch. We only got technically 3 vehicles into devlogs, right? The Centauro, the new Leopard, the STRV, of course. And then now, today we got the WESSEX. And with those, and especially with the helicopter, we can kind of talk a little bit about the leak list that everybody was talking about, if it was true or not. And, well, we have a second confirmation that this leak list might be actually true. They actually added the WESSEX HAS1 before the devlog appeared and before we knew the helicopter was coming. But there is a little bit of a problem as well, because it's not the exact same variant that was leaked, so it can be just a minor misinterpretation of the actual vehicle, because maybe the guy that actually leaked had information that a helicopter like the WESSEX was to come, but then he didn't know the variant and he just added that. Or it might be a very big coincidence that they just are going to add the same helicopter but in a different variant, right? That's the thing, we don't know yet, but it's another step up for the leak list to actually be considered true, which is interesting, because if that leak list is actually true, well, there are some very interesting vehicles. We already talked about how the Leopard 2A4M and the T-80UD would be the perfect 2 premiums for 11.3 in the German and Russian tech tree for the ground. And of course the F20 that was already found in the files is you know, in that leak list as well, right? So it would it makes sense. The leak list altogether, it just makes sense. It feels like it's going to be a big patch as well, because apparently the same guy that actually talked or revealed this leak list actually mentioned that we will have around 40 vehicles or something. But of course, that opens up the idea that, of course, we are going to receive the Hungarian subtree for air as well in Italy, right? So it would make sense to see these amounts of vehicles, especially because when tech trees like these are added, we see a lot of copy paste, and in case of the Hungarian tech tree, we will see a lot of them. MiGs, Gripens, stuff like that, right? Although that same leaker mentioned that the Gripen is not going to come, that the MiG-29 is going to be the top tier aircraft for that subtree, right? So you can see that there's a lot of information going on, and they're very specific, and they are starting to get it right. So I don't know, again, complementing what I talked about yesterday on the how to know if a leak list is true, when everything seems to be going in the correct way, I mean, you can kind of guess that it probably is correct leak list, and in this case it's moving towards that. For me, I have like a 90% confidence that this is real, but I still need one more to confirm 100%. So today, by the way, we are not going to see any more devlogs, so don't expect any more devlogs. It was just confirmed that we will not see any more devlogs today. But tomorrow and during the week, I need one more vehicle that it's there, that it's very specific, like a very, very specific vehicle. Because, of course, a Hungarian subtree can always come. You know, it is something that a lot of people are expecting. The Su-25SM3, there wasn't that, you know, that thing there. You can talk about maybe the Centauro for Oman. There was, you know, an interesting one that a lot of people were talking about. The F20. There are some vehicles that, okay, it makes sense that it would be in a guess, but if you see something very specific, and I include the T-80UD on that, and the ZSU-23 for M4, even the alpha jets, if we get 1, 2 of these vehicles that are very specific, I think then we will know for sure. Again, I mean, we're not gonna know for sure until the patch is released, and there were some leaks that came from, if I'm not mistaken, the same guy from previous patches that actually got 80% of the stuff correct. It means that we might even see stuff that are not there, or even stuff that are there that it's not coming, but the majority of the stuff will be there, right? So again, it's hard to know if it's just a coincidence or not. So just to have this little bit more of a for sure kind of feeling, I would need, in my own opinion, to see at least one more vehicle that it's in the list appear in a dev blog or something, or even the trailer, and even the date. Of course, he released that in the 29th we will see something big, and the 29th is, of course, on a Thursday, which, by the way, is always a day that we normally see teasers. And also, it is in this Thursday, so it's like in 3 days, which would make sense actually to see a teaser this quickly. And then, of course, the dev server or the dev stream on Friday, with the dev server opening up on a Friday and having it being open until next week, right? So it would make a lot of sense. But again, we are 90% sure. We just need a little bit more. What? I don't know. But hopefully tomorrow we will see a dev blog that confirms a little bit more on that. Again, the version of the helicopter, does it matter that much? I mean, not really. Again, I mean, it's weird that he leaked as the HAS-1, because that one is an anti-submarine helicopter, and of course we don't have submarines and we don't have those torpedoes and stuff, and it wouldn't make sense to add a helicopter with torpedoes. But it might be just that the leaker saw an image or something like that, and he leaked that or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, I have a feeling that the leak is becoming more and more true. So as always, there's always one leak that get it right? And in this case, it's probably this one, and that's why I do these videos even talking about these leaks, because there's always one that it's right. If every single one of them were to be wrong, of course I wouldn't do these videos wondering if they are or not true, right? But anyway, so expect more things to come from the leak list. I see you guys on the next one. Make sure to subscribe and let me know in the comments if you think it's true or not. Bye.